have the same type of energy I just had, but I had to bring it down a little bit as I sent you the pictures of tranquil Dominican Republic, and it's oh so beautiful. We got to get back there. I don't know, maybe we do the anniversary, the 3rd year anniversary or something there. I don't know what we do, but we got to get the SBTV Nation down there. Everybody partying at that spot. We could kill it. Guys, what's going on? Let's get popping right
Playboy?
now.
How you guys doing, man? We are the SBTV Nation, back on the air and flying high. Dude, we had a little something going on with our equipment, but everything is back to normal now, and I think that we got the entire nation back rocking with us, man.
So anyway, we're into it. We're talking about the basketball. I'm talking about playoff basketball. I'm talking about how I like LeBron and how the Cleveland Cavaliers look this season as opposed to how they looked last season. And we were talking about maybe looking at the future, but when we're thinking about the future and we're talking about Cleveland, have to keep in mind Kyrie Irving's health status. So anytime you think about that future, you might want to fall back from that recommendation as Kyrie Irving's health status is always questionable.
Oh, absolutely, man. And one thing I can tell you is this, Stream, that, you know, when you have a team that's a future like The Ohio State University at like plus 250 or
yes.
Like LeBron at plus 250, it doesn't even make sense to get involved in it. Right
okay.
Now. Okay, I'm gonna explain why. Because number one is that, you know, the odds are obviously not favorable, okay? Number two is that if you think about it, if you were just to wait until they got into the playoffs, then all you could do is just take each series, and it actually pays like 3-1 or more.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm in agreement.
And, you know, you run the risk of, you know, a J.T. Barrett or Cardell Jones getting injured for The Ohio State University, or my boy getting injured. And then if he does get injured, then you're stuck at a plus 250 future. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, you got to keep that in the back of your brain, man. I mean, you know, there's a lot of different options right now for everybody. So, you know, make sure that you guys are with it and rocking and rolling. So, I don't know if we have any more sound difficulties now, man, but it seems like we are back live and rocking and
back
rolling.
In the saddle again. Guys, I want to send a big apology. I have not been on my DMs lately for like the last 2 days. I've talked about most of the stuff that I like on the show, and the idea is, guys, you know, obviously listen to the show. A couple of you guys, I know we go back and forth and stuff on the DMs. I try to hit you when I can, but a friend of mine just had a baby boy. We were at the hospital with them, and then my wife had a couple of things going on. I just got some real life going on around me, and I haven't really had the opportunity to be on Twitter back and forth with the DMs like usual. But as usual, for the most part, guys, if I'm just chilling, taking it easy, that usually means that nothing's going on. So I will usually let you guys know via DM or whatever what's going on. And I do give out, you know, we do give out some of the leans during the show as well.
Absolutely, man. And there's a lot of stuff to go over every single day, man. I mean, there's NHL, NFL, NBA, college football dream. They put 6 games on tonight.
Well, that's dope.
It's dope, right?
That's dope.
I'm kind of feeling the football every single night, man.
Dude, like, how could you not?
How could you not? How could you not feel the pigskin, man?
How could you not feel the pigskin every night with a quality game? The only problem is my wife is not feeling the pigskin every single night.
She is not going to be feeling that, man.
She's not feeling the pigskin. She's not feeling the hoop. She's not feeling a hockey puck. She's not feeling sports in general.
I know, man. I'm looking forward to watching the Baylor game tonight with the freshman quarterback Jarrett Stidham at the helm. See what this freshman's got, man.
And guys, you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you know, it's crazy because, you know, Hatter and I, we did it, but we didn't quite do it like we're doing it now in the past. So now, like, our level is like bananas with sports, okay? That's the first thing. Then the second thing is, I don't know about you, Hat, but I'm going to speak for myself. But, you know, I knew a little bit about sports already, you know, and I kind of was, you know, pretty detailed. And now, you know, I know even a lot more, obviously, with our guests coming on, educating us. And we do some behind-the-scenes work, talking back and forth with a lot of these people. So now what happens is, like, when I'm around, like, the novice average sports fan,
I know.
and they want to talk, It's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, shut up.
It's not that. It's just I feel like I'm Jabberjaws, and I kind of want to just fall back and hear what they got to say. You know what I mean? Because
no, I don't feel like I'm Jabberjaws. I feel like I'm The Rock. It doesn't matter what you think. Because cats will come at you. My thing is, I don't like a guy, like, if you don't know what you're talking about, like, don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm of that opinion. Just be like, well, I don't really know. And then you could go, and then you get the pass. But when you come at me, and you're going to come at me like you know what you're talking about, and it's like, dude, stop. Like, remember the guy that liked the Michigan over that was talking to you, Hat?
Oh, yeah, right. Michigan over, and he had the Miami Dolphins, plus the points against the Patriots and all that. I'm like, bro, you can't mess with the Fins, man. Come on, it's the Patriots. Which, you know what? I want to have a quick conversation with you about the Patriots. I looked at their schedule moving forward. Son, how much of a slap in the face would that be to Goodell if Tom Brady and the New England Patriots go undefeated and win the Super Bowl? I know that, dude, there's going to be a year where this is going to happen, bro. I know that it hasn't happened since the 72 Dolphins, who they're still beating on their chests over it, but it's going to happen at some point, man. I just don't like the Patriots secondary. That's the only caveat to that team, man. I mean, Brady is just, he's got Edelman, he's got Gronk, he's got a bunch of different weapons out there, and they look pretty good, man, and they're going to be like double-digit favorites for like most of these games. The only big challenge they have is to go into Denver and win.
Dude, the thing with the Patriots is we've been here with them before. Of course. The Patriots have no problem losing the last 2 games of the season. That's my thing with them. That's why I'm not going to go crazy and get all excited about them trying to go undefeated, because they've made it pretty obvious and pretty blatant that they don't care about that, because we've been there before with them. So, before we even start talking about that and getting into it, let's just let it play out, because, we saw them last year. They always let Buffalo beat them for some reason, like the last game of the season. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I know. But, when you take a look at it and you have a shot to do it in this year where all this adversity started your year, and you're trying to make a point to the commissioner of the NFL, I don't know if Brady sits those last 2 games.
Yeah, but, they want to make a point, and it's more a Brady's thing, I think, than Bill really being on it.
Yeah.
But listen, they want to win the Super Bowl. They're not going to have Brady in there with the possibility of him getting hurt, especially after what they had with Gronkowski. Remember 2 seasons ago when Gronkowski ended up getting hurt like the second to the last game of the season when he shouldn't have been in for no reason? I think he was in on like a field goal or something and ended up getting hurt for the playoffs.
Yeah, right.
Dude, you don't even risk it. You don't even do it.
I don't know if I agree with you on that, though, man. I'm looking at it right now. The prop for them to go 16-0 right now is plus 475. And the prop for them to go 19-0 and win the Super Bowl is 10-1. So can you imagine if you had the Patriots, to go 19-0 at 10-1, right? And then you had Green Bay to win the NFC at plus 190. Son, that's pretty damn good, man. And since the Patriots are double-digit favorites probably for a lot of these games, I'm going to pull up their schedule right now. If they get in trouble in any of these games whatsoever, you probably can just pull right out of it. If you're in one of the countries you're allowed to do that in, or Las Vegas, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm just pointing it out. Like this week, for instance, okay? They got the Washington Redskins coming.
And I got kissing cousins maybe getting them. How did that sound? That didn't even sound right, did it?
That did not sound right at all, man.
Who gonna play kissing cousins? Because I know y'all been betting against the Patriots every week, taking them points, talking about we gonna get them.
The Patriots here, they got the Washington Redskins at home. Then they got to go to the New York Giants. The New York Football Giants, who are bringing back Jason Pierre-Paul this week, from what I understand.
The Giants, you know what? Go ahead. I'm going to come back to the Giants.
And the Giants have probably the worst secondary in all of the NFL. They let Breezy carve them up.
Imagine I don't know about the worst, son. There's a couple teams fighting with them for the worst secondary.
Oakland.
The Colts.
Yeah. But I think the Giants are one of the worst. So anyway, going back to that.
By the way, they gave up 6 touchdowns. Breezy, I love everybody talking about how Breezy scored 7 touchdowns. By the way, Eli scored 6.
That's Rob Ryan, man. That's the
Michael
big fat
Irvin
Viking
said
over
yesterday
there.
that was a great display of arena football.
Yes. But when you look at this, man, you got to think about this for a minute. Now, the New York Football Giants, they have the Patriots number, so Brady's going to be coming to play for that.
No doubt.
You got Buffalo at home. Then you got to go to your boy at the Denver Broncos, which could be, I can still see the Patriots favored, maybe -2.5, -3 in that situation. I mean, Green Bay was, so definitely the Patriots would be. Now you got Philadelphia at home. You got to go to the Texans. You got the Tennessee Titans at home. You got to go to the New York Jets, with maybe another tight game.
No, because the Jets don't have a starting quarterback right now.
Well, he's supposed to play this week.
Well, I hope. I don't know how well you playing with a broken thumb player.
No, it's a torn ligament in his thumb. This is Ryan Fitzpatrick we're talking about for the New York Jets, and apparently it's his non-throwing hand, and he's expected to play this week, brother.
Okay.
And let's see. And then they got to go to the Dolphins at the end to complete the season. So, hey, I don't think that's a bad prop at all for them to at least go on.
Dolphins are dope now, though, because they got rid of their coach.
They weren't dope last Thursday night, player. Oh, man.
They're on the move, player.
Hey, I want to thank everybody out there on Twitter right now at the SBTV Nation. If it wasn't for you, we would be still doing what we were doing in our last attempt to do the show.
No,
we would
be
here.
Singing in the shower.
We'd be singing in the shower. We'd be kicking it on here for an hour. And
you guys would be like, it's like you're in your room practicing your dance moves for the night. And somebody walks in, sneaks in, and is just standing there watching you the whole time. I caught my daughter doing that one time. She had a hat on. She was like doing some Janet Jackson moves, jumped up on the bed, and then when she turned to the right, I was standing there and she almost fell off the bed because she was shocked. She's like, yo. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Funny, man. Funny. A lot of different sports to go through today, man. Like I alluded to earlier, there are 6 college football games on the ticket. There's a bunch of NBA. There's some NHL popping. And what do you want to do? You said you had a little rant?
I do have a little rant, but you know what? Since we're on the landscape of sports, let's talk a little bit about a couple of things. Guys, we have talked about yesterday, we talked about, a couple of things to keep an eye on. One, the Brooklyn Nets. I told you guys yesterday, I think they're like the worst team in basketball. I really do. I know the Sixers are bad too, and there's a couple of, but I'm telling you, this Brooklyn Net team is really, really bad. Hawks beat them yesterday, 101-87. So we did point that out yesterday. And guys, by the way, very quietly, okay, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks are getting their act together. Very quietly over there, all right? So just we're going to keep our eye over there and keep watching what's going on. The Anaheim Mighty Ducks seem like they got a little bit of winning going, so they are slowly going to get themselves back into form, and I start seeing it being a problem going into Anaheim and getting a win down there. On the other end, the other thing I wanted to discuss as well is we have to talk about the Islanders right now. I know, you guys, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Tavares has been out. He's been out for a few flu-like symptoms, they were saying, but it was kind of elongated. He missed a lot of games for a flu. So let's keep an eye on that. And I had mentioned to you on their last game, even though they won, I said, let's hold up till they can get some scoring going. So those are all dynamics that we got to keep our eyes on. From afar, just keep it in the back of your mind when you're looking at some of these, I know it probably comes to you when you're about to play it. I remember the Dream said this or said that. So that's why I do this, because somebody hit me up yesterday and they were like, dude, really good job, keeping me abreast of a situation. I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry. But he gave me a DM and I wanted to just thank him. He says, keep doing, Tiger Cinch gave me that. Talking about how pesty the Magic are. And that was like 2 nights ago. So that's why we give you guys as much information as we can about the pestiness of football. Dude, I want to ask you.
What you got?
What is up with the Giants? All right. Is it not bothering anybody? Victor Cruz is still not back.
I don't know, man. That it seems like that medical staff and that coaching staff and all that, they just don't give you anything.
Dude, that's what I'm trying to say, man. And nobody's really talking about it, but what is his injury that's been this bad?
Son, you know what we got to do? We got to get another beat writer from the Giants to join our team.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So we could kind of figure out. I know it's the Nasty Giants and all, but we got to have a conversation with people about it because, we're just not getting any information from the media. We need, like, people that are, like, in the locker rooms.
But my thing too is I don't hear anybody questioning it. Like even because, I listen to all the sports shows now, and I mean, ESPN and whatever. But you don't really hear anybody saying, hey, what is going on with Victor Cruz? Like the Giants said, like we know more. Like Des Bryant, we know like he got a ingrown toenail, pulled, and we know about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Victor Cruz has been out like for a really long time, and this was not supposed to be that serious of an injury. And he's been out forever.
Right. I don't know. But well, hey, maybe if they make the playoffs, maybe he'll show his face. You know what I'm saying? But they got to win the NFC East.
But they got to, my thing is, and this is what gets me that nobody's talking about them. The Giants, as bad as they've played, they can probably win this division. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, right now, they're the best team out of everybody in division, unfortunately. And don't tell me about Philly because I just can't go there no more with them. But I'm just saying, with Dallas being as banged up as they are, the Giants got to seize the moment, for this division. And that's another reason why we should be talking about the Giants and Victor Cruz, and where nobody is.
Yeah, right. Right now, I believe, let me just pull it up real quick. They are, the New York Football Giants we're talking about, are in first place.
They are
at a 4-4 record. The Washington Redskins are 3-4, Philadelphia 3-4, and the Dallas Cowboys 2-5.
That's a real beautiful conference there.
It's beautiful, right?
It's a beautiful division.
I know, it's crazy. And Philadelphia is actually favored to win that division, by the way, still. Dream. I looked at it the other day. I was like kind of scratching my head. I was like, I don't know about this, but hey, with Dallas 2-5, and Dallas has probably one of the most difficult schedules I've seen. So I think Dallas's year might be a wrap.
Yeah, I think Dallas's year is a wrap too, which they should just call it a wrap and let their guys get healthy. Yeah. That's my opinion, because you're rushing guys out there, and I think it's going to be all for naught regardless, because as long as you got Matt Castle back there, you know what I'm saying? And dude, by the way, one more thing. As if Belichick wasn't dope enough already and we didn't get enough credit, think about this for a minute. Belichick got 11 wins out of Matt Castle.
Yep.
Dude, that's dope.
Yes.
he's like the Jedi Master for quarterbacks or something, because dude, look what Matt Castle's done since he left the Patriots. It's been awful. So that is another testament to who Bill Belichick is, to be able to get 11 wins out of Matt Castle. That's very impressive. So without further ado, gang, I know you guys want to know about what's going on tonight. Let's get into what's happening. We got 6 college football games tonight. We got 1 nasty pro football game tonight, and let's get it popping.
Yes, sir. So there's actually 2 of the college football games that are intriguing me a little bit, and I will discuss why in a second. But the first game we have on the ticket tonight is, but before I go into that, Dream, I just have a couple things I need to say.
Oh.
Number one is that, guys, listen, we've got some new equipment. We got some stuff going on. We're planning on bringing this show to YouTube every single day. We're going to do it during the week. We're going to do it Monday through Friday. Myself will be on camera along with the Dream. The way it's going to work is we're going to do the show live on audio at 9 a.m. We're going to get the video. We're going to put it into the lab, put all the finishing touches on it, and get it out probably between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. during the week, Monday through Friday. Dream, that's going to be pretty badass.
That is going to be pretty bad, because y'all going to get to see me in my pajamas. All right, which I'll have a decorative type of pajamas for every season. I'm going to go out and do some shopping, get some brand new gear so I look fresh for all of the videos.
We got to get you some makeup girls and a glam
Give me some
squad
makeup girls, the whole thing. Yeah, don't have no makeup girls over here.
I'm gonna get you the most dope makeup girls with sickest leggings, nice fresh pairs, man. And they're gonna come over and get you feeling fired up for the show, man.
Can't wait till you pan it out to me. Forget it. Let's go. Let's get busy with the sports.
All right. Well, that's number one. Number two is, guys, what we're in the process of building right now is we're building a pretty badass website for SBTV Nation. And what we're looking to do is we, over here, want to see who the creme de la creme is as far as people that are out there picking games. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a monitoring service where we could choose and not choose, but people can choose their plays, and it'll all be graded on our site. So whoever's badass and dope, we're going to be talking about you on the show. So it's something to keep your eyes on. You think you're badass out there? Hey, let's see what your numbers look like.
I'll be all over the booty, guys.
No, you won't. No,
I'm teasing. But no, you know what, guys? What happened is, over the course of a couple of years, and you guys know what we're talking about, there's been some controversial things as far as, plays in this and whatever. You know what? We decided let's just come up with our own system that people can. We got the own tracking system. If you want to get on, it's a third party. It's not manipulated by because you hit us off with some money. We didn't fix your record for you. It won't be Well, I don't know because maybe. If you hit me off with some money, I'll get in there and fix it.
You're an idiot.
But no. I'm just saying. But so this way we can eliminate all the controversy, all the I didn't give the plays, these aren't documented, all that nonsense that exists out there. We decided to do something about it and put it into it.
Yeah, right, man. So it's going to be pretty badass, man. Like my boy Marlon here is saying, sign me up. I can't wait to see your hockey on there and see how your numbers are really popping. And, some of the other guys out there that have been
Papa Smurfs, college football, man. Second to none.
Everybody's plays. I'm looking forward to just seeing what you guys are made of, man. And, some of the guys that are rocking and rolling and hot is all hell. Like I said, we're going to be talking about you on the show. We have the bigged show in the world, broadcast over 194 countries. What a better way to get your name out there, guys. Just saying. It's all good, man. So very much excited, Dream. Looking forward to all of this stuff. We got some really big things happening here.
No doubt. We got it popping off, guys. I know you guys think that we sit around and just, drink beer and head out to the games and talk about girls all day, but we get busy behind the scenes. Mostly Hat is getting busy, though. I got to tell you, Hat's constantly, doing stuff, as far as, working behind the scenes with the website and with doing all that activity. And, hey, hats off to you, player.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. It is a lot of work. It's night and day, 7 days a week, man, just trying to make a better product for the listeners and the SBTVNation.com, man. Looking forward to it, guys. We're rocking and rolling, man. So getting over to the collegiate slate here as far as football is concerned, there are two games that are on my radar that I want to talk about. Don't know if I'm necessarily going to be getting involved in them. And Rick Lopez, sure, we could put horses on there too. I'm going to talk to my guys about putting horses on the documentation site for us for SBTVNation.com. Dream. How about that? The ponies.
Son,
the
ponies is like endless.
So what, man?
The horses is like all day.
I want to see how badass these guys are, man. So, all right, let's talk real quick about the Kansas State Wildcats, who are hosting the Baylor Bears tonight. Now, Baylor, obviously, you guys know that their quarterback, Seth Russell, is out for the year with a broken bone in his neck. So stepping up is Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham is their freshman quarterback who has come in during most of the beatdowns for Baylor. He's 24 for 28, 331 yards. A lot of the people, as far as the Baylor Bears, as far as their offense, some of the receiving core and all that, are pretty impressed with this kid. He's got an 85.7% completion rate, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. But from what I understand, or actually not from what I understand, but just my own personal opinion, like we've been talking about on the show, Dream, you have a different situation when you're starting from with the clock having 15 minutes on it in the first quarter versus coming in the third quarter with a 40-point lead.
No doubt.
We got to see how this kid Stidham is and what he's all about. I mean, Baylor, prior to Stidham, man, number one in scoring margin, number one in average score, 61.14 points a game. Total offense, number one. Yards per play, number one. Pass yards per attempt, number one. Pass TDs, 5 per game, number one. Rush yards per attempt, 6.92, number two in the land. Granted, they haven't really played a hugely strong schedule, but for me personally, there's 11 players on the field. There's receivers, there's tight ends, there's offensive linemen, there's the whole package, there's pulling guards, there's everything. we'll see how this kid fits into the offense, man.
No doubt, because these guys come in, and not that you're going to get a bad message from the camp, because they never do. It's just like I love hearing the boxers when they come out, I'm in the greatest shape of my life, of my career. It's like, dude, you said that like the last fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how could you be in the greatest shape when you're, 10 years older than you were, 5 years ago? So just stop that. Okay, you're doing pretty good. This guy's good. A lot of question marks here. So before we get excited, let's just remember, all those stats, for the most part, I would throw them all right out the window.
Well, that's what I was getting to. You got to throw all that out the window.
Yeah,
I mean,
throw
you got
right
like
out the window.
You have 10 of the 11 players still out there.
No doubt.
But, for the most part, I mean, this offense does click pretty well. He's had a bye week now to get adjusted to the offense. So let's see what this kid's all about, man.
Definitely. Expect to see Linwood a little bit more involved. Obviously, they're going to go reach for the running game a lot more than they did in the past. And Linwood's very capable running back of getting it done as well. He's going to have to find his comfort zone with his receivers, because it doesn't always work. The guy that worked with Seth Russell, which is Coleman, it may not work with him. So, he may find another guy that he feels more comfortable with, that he has a better chemistry with. He's got to figure that out, and that's what we're going to do tonight. He's going to go through the growing pains of that, try to figure out, because they got some challenges ahead for him.
Big time.
So he definitely has to get in the saddle, settle in, find out who his guys are going to be, find out who he's comfortable throwing the ball to. Guys got to try to adjust to his throwing style now, as opposed to Seth Russell's throwing style. There's a lot of dynamics that are going to go on that they're going to work out tonight. That being said, I have to recommend it. We watch this game, guys.
I agree.
This is not a game, honestly. I don't care what you guys are thinking. You have to. The quarterback position is like and I always had an argument. In baseball, Vegas lets you go listed or action on the pitcher. I always felt like they kind of should let you do that, with the quarterback sometimes. But the quarterback's the most important position on the field as far as the offense is concerned. Sure. So you cannot just frivolously go and just run after Baylor just because of what they've done so far. I think you have to really try to feel this out. You might want to, get involved with a second half after you've seen this team play in the first half a little bit, but there are going to be some adjustments and some growing pains.
Baylor minus 17 points with an under-over of 67.5.
That's a lot, son.
It opened at 70, and when you take a look at Kansas State here, let's go over to them real quick. They are 3-4, and they are 0-4 in the Big 12, man. Strength of schedule, they've played some pretty difficult teams, man. When you take a look at them here, they're home. They're a home team dog on primetime, but I think Baylor will win this game. But when you look at them here, there's a couple of key things here as far as their defense is concerned. But before I go into the defense, rushing attempts, they run the ball a lot, man. 41.14 rushing attempts per game.
And I got to be honest with you, two games that stand out to me, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma State beat them by 2 points, so they were in that game for the majority of that game. TCU beat them by 7 points, okay? So they were in that game for the majority of the game as well. And TCU, as potent of an offense as Baylor. So, and you know what? Oklahoma State's got a pretty potent offense as well. What was the Vegas spread again, son?
17 points, player.
Wow. Wow.
The problem is with Kansas State is that, defensively they're ranked 84th in all of college football, averaging 417 points allowed on defense, man. So there's just so many, intangibles in this.
A lot of that is the 55 that Oklahoma put up, though.
Yeah, okay. All right. There's just so much. There's so many unknowns here, bro, that I'm just going to kind of fall back and watch.
You know what, bro? I got to be honest with you. There's a lot of unknowns. I agree with the fall back and watching. However, that being said, guys, I wouldn't be mad at anybody to take the 17 points.
To take the dog, huh?
Because it's a new quarterback.
Yeah, but he could be incredible.
I don't know.
If he's incredible, wait till Baylor's up 28-0 in the first quarter.
I said I can't be mad. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm just saying I wouldn't be mad if were I to get involved with this, just the dynamic of the new quarterback and looking how Kansas State played Oklahoma State and played TCU. I got to be honest with you. I would lean. I definitely would. I'd probably I'd probably take the 17 points.
All right. Well, but you're not going to do that. So.
I'm not.
I'm not. Sounds good. Guys, we are on Twitter right now at SBTV Nation and SBTVNation.com. Next game I want to talk about that's on my radar, Dream, is hold on one second. Let me pull it up. Mississippi State Bulldogs coming into the Missouri Tigers. Mississippi State is 6-2 with Prescott at the helm as quarterback versus the Missouri Tigers, who are 4-4, who have one of the worst offenses in college football because they lost their starting quarterback. Mr. Matty Mock is suspended. He was suspended already. He just had another altercation the other night at a bar, Dream.
I don't know what's up with Matt. I don't know what he's doing or what happened here. Something went on here at the very beginning of the season. And then I guess his progression has gotten, even worse now. And I just don't, we have never really got a clear-cut answer as to what happened. But, yeah, he's suspended for the game. So, you take it from there.
All right. Now, looking at the under-over in this game, it's 43.
Yep.
Now, what you got to look at here is Missouri's offense is one of the worst in all of college football with Drew Lock at the helm, their freshman, as their quarterback. He's only got 763 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, Dream. That's it.
So you mean their offense?
Yeah, their offense.
Okay.
Yeah. So their offense, 14.88 points per game, but their defense only allows 12.5 points a game. Mississippi State has played a pretty strong, pretty much stronger schedule as far as this situation is concerned. But for the most part, you just got to look at the superiority of the quarterbacks here. And Mississippi State, obviously being an upper echelon school as far as, having a tougher schedule, being in a tougher conference with the SEC and the whole package here. I think that Mississippi State wins this game. Don't like the point. I don't want to say I don't like the points. I think they win by 10 or more, to be honest with you. But for me personally, I think it's going to be a stomachache probably till the third quarter. But I think Prescott lets loose and gets the job done, and Mississippi State wins this game. What's your thoughts?
Missouri in a spoiler position, kind of. They've lost 3 in a row. Florida, Georgia, Vanderbilt. But the defense is gonna come to play. Mississippi State, this is a game that I could see them winning. I definitely would say I think you definitely have to get rid of the points because Missouri's defense is good. I mean, they've been impressive defensively this season as far as what they've let. If they could get anything out of the offense, they probably have a much better record than they currently have. So the defense is probably holding their hat, and that's who we are. That's what we do, and they're probably trying to pull those kids together in that respect on a defensively standpoint. So just be careful tonight with this Mississippi State team. I would be careful. I would not lay any of the points.
Yeah, let me clarify what I was saying as far as conference is concerned. I mean, Missouri is in the East as far as the SEC, and the toughest team in there is Florida. But when you look at the SEC West, where Mississippi State is situated, you got LSU, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. So that's what I was referring to as far as their conference is concerned, guys. So I don't know. I think Mississippi State gets the job done and wins this game, Dream.
I don't know. I think Missouri's going to be able to handle Prescott personally, because Mississippi State is another one of those teams that's just they're like one athletic individual driven. Prescott kind of runs the whole thing, but I think Missouri is going to be able to give them fits. I just wouldn't, like I said, I just leave the spread alone, and I think you'll skate out of this game by the skin of your teeth with maybe a field goal win.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm calling them to win by double digits, man. So we'll see what ends up going down with that. And I wish everybody the best of luck, but I am not, if I was to get involved in it financially, there would be no way I would do the 7.5. So we will keep it moving and go from there, guys. I'll announce the other matchup stream. If there's any of these, let me know that are on your ticket as far as, your opinions are concerned. But There's 4 other games, which I don't really care for, to be honest with you. You got here's your Buffalo team, kid.
No doubt. So you don't like the Buff?
I can't believe you got.
You don't like the Buff?
I can't believe you plugged Buff last week, man.
Hey.
Buffalo Bulls at Kent State Golden Flashes. Buffalo -3, under over a 44.5. Arkansas State Red Wolves at Appalachian State Mountaineers. Appalachian State -10.5 with an under over of 61. Ball State Cardinals at Western Michigan. The Broncos. Western Michigan is minus 14.5 with an under-over of 62.5. And the Nevada Wolfpack for the junkie play of the night. The chase little play there. Nevada Wolfpack at Fresno State Bulldogs, and Nevada is minus 4 with an under-over of 55. Any opinion on those whatsoever?
No, I'm good. I'm good with the booty ball.
The booty ball. Okay, man. I concur, man. So Frank Vicolato was asking me about that game.
Which one?
He said LOL. So late.
I know, because I love it. LOL nothing. Because watch, though. I know I'll get at least 70 DMs tonight. At least 70 with a cat talk about, yo, Dream, Appalachian State, get some.
Well, hey, man.
My cousin's nephew's grandmother knows a person who has tickets to the game tonight. So get some.
Awesome. Great game in the NBA tonight, man. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder traveling to the Chicago Bulls. And the Bulls are minus 1 with an under-over of 208.5, Dream.
Okay.
Very interesting situation here. The Bulls have found some offense as of late, man, but OKC coming to town. OKC just lost to Toronto last night.
They did?
And they're traveling today, man. So what's your thoughts on what are we going to see here as far as Chicago and OKC? Both teams-
I don't know. I like to see it. You know, you got to see it. So I don't really have an opinion here. I want to watch this. It's a very good game to watch to try to gauge where these two teams are really headed. We're going to find out where the Thunder are and where the Bulls are. Now, the Thunder I'm not so worried about. They'll pull it together. I mean, it's a cohesive unit that's played a lot together. So, I mean, I think that they'll figure out whatever issues they have throughout the season and work the kinks out of their system. The Bulls, we still got a lot of question marks about them and how this new offensively, led Bull team is going to play and going to be down the stretch. So this is a game, you know what? I honestly want to see the Bulls go out there and decisively win this game. I want to see them win this game by 6 to 10 points before I'm really buying into the fact that the Bulls are going to be a problem this year. So I want to see them go out there and win this game. It's a big game, like you said. You got a talented Thunder team coming in. Let's see the Bulls handle this team.
I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if you need to get a decisive victory to show if they're for real or not, Dream.
I feel I do.
You feel that way. Okay.
I feel that way personally. For me to be sold on this Bulls, because I've been watching him, and I know you have, big leads and then start losing around and playing around at the end of the games and doing funny stuff. I want it with teams that aren't talented at all.
Right.
So I want to see how up they are to play, a playoff caliber team right now and what they want to do at home on their court to represent who they are.
They only covered one game out of 5.
I did. See what I'm saying?
They only covered versus your Brooklyn Nets, man. Who you think
know,
is one of the worst
Brooklyn
teams.
is worse. You can't cover against Brooklyn, son.
Yes. All right, man. Taking a look at this. Vegas girl is in the hospital with kidney stones.
Oh.
Man. Sorry to hear that, honey. I've been there, done that. I know what you're going through, and that I would not wish on my worst enemy. So I wish you the best of luck. Just tell them to keep pumping you full of meds so you don't feel it. That's all I kept doing, man, when I was in there the whole time. Just telling them to keep juicing me up, man, because it was
Vegas
painful.
girl. Wow, that's sorry to hear that, honey. I hope everything is well. And she's always a part of the show, always hitting me up. Love talking to her constantly. So prayers go out to her. Also, by the way, I didn't mention this. I meant to talk about it yesterday. Chai Pix's mom was in the hospital as well, and we want to send our thoughts and prayers out to him as well, as he's going through a tough time right now dealing with that. I guess she has something wrong with her heart, so we wish as of last, things were improving and they were getting her out of the ICU, so we send out all our love, and all our prayers to him as well. Absolutely. During his time of need.
Absolutely. There was somebody else that was in the hospital for 8 days too.
That was our boy. It's
on the tip of my tongue, man.
Trying to remember. Too.
We'll go back to our DMs and find our boy, man. So taking a look at this, the Miami Heat coming into the Minnesota Timberwolves, man.
Wasn't it Nick Orestes?
Yes, Nick Orestes.
Nick, my boy, Slick Nick. Yeah. It was Nick, and I hope. Matter of fact, I haven't gotten back to him. I hope he's out here and things are doing well. So I will have to catch up with him in a minute myself.
That's what we're all about, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about doing sports and all that, man. You know, we connect with you guys. We have a really good time with this every single day. So, I mean, there's so many reasons why we do this show. You know what I'm saying? So we're just having a good time and just hope for the best for everybody that's out there and everybody that supports us each and every day. We love you guys to death, man. So Miami
just
Heat,
with all the negativity out there, we want to be that one bright spot, something positive. Maybe we could touch. I don't know. I know it sounds borderline corny, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? But maybe we could touch somebody because, dude, you turn on the news, man, and you look at what's going on out there. It is so much negative, crazy nonsense. The world is insane. So, you know, one of the things that I love to do here is try to put that, you know, that positive spin on life and just put people in just like a different zone. We lose ourselves in sports. You know, whatever you got issues, you know, we can turn on the TV, watch some sports and get away from it. And I like to try to say some positive and encouraging things as well during the show or throughout the show so people can, you know, I mean, just understand that life is, you know, it's a great, good thing on top of amidst all the chaos.
Very well said, Dream. Very well said. So, all right. So, taking a look at a couple of NBA games on the ticket, man. We were talking about your Miami Heat, and
I was just getting ready to point that I love them
versus the Minnesota T-Wolves, huh?
Yeah, I really like this. I like this particular game right here. I think the Timber. What's Vegas got for his number?
It's light. It's like 3.5.
Yeah, and I really kind of like that. So you guys might want to look at that. I mean, I really like that play. The Heat just coming off of a loss. The Timberwolves, I think they're riding a little bit high. I think they think they're a little bit better than they really are. Because I don't think they're that good, but improved. It's the beginning of Miami, a road trip for them. So I like Miami in this spot.
You like Miami in this spot?
I do.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, man. Moving forward to a couple of other games I'm looking at here on the ticket. This one should be a halfway decent game. You got the Memphis Grizzlies coming into the Portland Trailblazers. This is the late night junkie play. Memphis -4 with an under-over of 194. Memphis looked pretty impressive in their last victory, man. But
they did not look impressive against.
But no, they beat up on the Sacramento Kings. So I guess, you know, let me scale back from that comment real quick. This is going to be the power of video. I can edit stupid comments out like that. But anyway, you know, they did get stomped by the Golden State Warriors. So maybe what we need to do is we need to find the games where they get stomped, like they did by my boy. They lost to Cleveland by 30 and Golden State by 50, and then they came back and went ham and covered their spreads in their respective bounce-back games. So you're looking at this. They're -4. Portland Trailblazers, man. You know, I haven't really got a look at them yet, Dream. I know that they've won a couple of games in a row here. They beat Minnesota and beat the Utah Jazz pretty handily on the road. But at home, they lost to the Phoenix Suns, and they beat the New Orleans Pelicans at home, which New Orleans, we'll talk about them in a little bit, but they're pretty bad this year. Have you looked at the Portland Trailblazers yet?
Seen them a little bit. I mean, they're. I don't think they're improved. They lost some. You know, they lost Aldridge, so that definitely is not a great spot with them. And this team, I like this team. You know, last year and the year before, they were pesty. But Grizzlies a little bit too much for them, I think. And I like the Grizzlies tonight coming in this situation. It's a good spot for them. The number is slightly low, so you might want to take a look at the Grizzlies. It's a late game. Guys, don't go crazy. Obviously, NBA is right at the beginning stages. Yeah, right. So, you know, don't go crazy with the NBA.
I mean, yeah, because you looked at my boy last night, for instance, versus the New York Knicks, and it looked very appetizing to take them in a first-half money line, and all of a sudden, they were down like 15 in that game, Dream, at one point. I mean, Porzingis is as big and as clumsy as he is. He can block shots. He's 7'3", man. He blocked my boy a couple times.
I'm sure. Well, so did Pau Gasol. I mean, your boys were getting blocked this year. That seems to be the landscape of what's happening. But at the end of the day, they went and got it done. And I'm telling you, you know what, man? The Knicks, I told you, that Knicks team,
Knicks are going to make the playoffs, bro.
All right.
They're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be a 500 team and sneak in.
Nationals was winning the World Series.
Actually, no. Hold on a minute. Let me refrain. No, let me think about this for a minute.
Sure, I said?
Shut up. You have the top 8 teams in each conference that will get in. I think the Knicks can make a run, man. I really do. I mean, obviously, you know what was funny is Fishbone was on there as far as an interview yesterday, right? They said, what did you say to your team before this? You know, interviewed him after the first quarter when they were up like 13 points or whatever. He's like,
look out for Matt Barnes.
Yeah, he said, he said, I didn't say anything to them. My assistants did. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's real nice coaching there. So maybe he should fall back a little bit more.
He said,
because then as soon as he started talking, they started losing. Man.
He said, be on the lookout for Matt Barnes. If anybody sees him rolling in, let me know.
Oh man, oh that's funny, dude. So hey, I think the New York Knicks will make a run.
All this talk and we have not gotten to the creme de la creme as we have an NFL football game going on tonight.
We do, huh? Son, what a nasty game this is.
I love this game.
You love this game, huh?
And I'm going to tell you why I love this game.
Man.
I'm going to tell you why I love this game, guys. I love this game because, for me, the Bengals really need to blow the doors off the house tonight. They need to show, because I think that the Bengals have stepped their game up. I think they're turning the corner to the next level. I think the Bengals are going to be a problem this year. I'm undercoverly watching them, but what I need to see them do is I need to see them very convincingly beat the brakes off the Browns.
Well, you got a pretty good chance to do it, considering that Johnny Football is getting the start for Cleveland tonight.
Hey, you can say what you want about Cleveland. Cleveland has been, if you look at their games, they've been pesty in a lot of their games. They haven't really gotten blown out a whole heck of a lot.
No, they've been pesky, and this is an interdivision matchup, Dream. I can't believe that you're – I mean, I know your style of play and your style of recommendations and all that. I know that you're probably not going to get a lot involved in plugging 11 points.
No, I'm not at all. I'm talking. This is from a spec. Okay, hold on. Let me redo this again. This is not about gambling. This is about the Cincinnati Bengals moving up and being taken seriously. You know, we have a couple of teams that are undefeated here that we're, looking at, as we're looking towards the playoffs, and we know Cincinnati in years like Atlanta has been a letdown. Now, for a lot of people question, who Atlanta is. We know who they are. They're who they've been. Okay, they're just gonna probably lose in the first round of the playoffs when they get there. But this Cincinnati team, I'm feeling like that they've made the next step in this, in the maturation of this team. I'm very impressed with what they've done this year, how they've won in the style that they've won and beat teams. But we've seen them, win close games, go on the road and win close games. But what we haven't seen them do for the most part, with the exception of KC, they did get KC. I want to see them beat the brakes off a lower echelon team in their house. I mean, I want to see them do like what the Patriots did to Miami last week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we need to see out of them to know that they're ready.
There's going to be a lot of people on the dog tonight getting the points.
Well, they get on the dog. Get out the dog. I'm not telling you not to do what you do, but I'm saying what I'm looking for tonight, and I wouldn't recommend you taking the Browns. Personally, I'm not, you guys know I like favorites anyway, so you're going to be like, oh, Dream, that's your style. No, it is my style, but I'm just telling you that this Cincinnati Bengal team, I believe that they are for real. I believe they're undefeated for a reason. They've beaten some of the better teams in football for a reason. This Cleveland Browns team is coming in here, and they're a mess right now. They were talking, there's been some trade talks going on. This team is a mess in the locker room. I would not at all be surprised to see the Cincinnati Bengals blow them out. I would not.
Okay, so what's your call as far as the game is concerned? Like, you're feeling Cincinnati just to win the game.
Course.
Teaser. What are you thinking?
Honestly, what do you have for a number out of Vegas?
11.
You know what, guys?
Under a touchdown.
I'm good with 9.5.
9.5, huh?
Yep, I am.
Really
I'm good with 9.5.
God.
Obviously, it's a beautiful money line parlay. You know what I mean? To start, leave three spots open. I definitely know another spot you could close it with on Sunday. But there's a money line parlay out there. I mean, there's teasers option out there as well. For those of you that don't want to play with those many points and get down with that, my recommendation: buy it down 2 points and get it to 9.5. And I think you're going to be real happy with me tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. All right, so and turning it over to the ice. we have a bunch of games tonight, man. And I am looking at just one that's on my radar here. I don't know if I could see the San Jose Sharks dropping back-to-back games at home, Dream. They got embarrassed the other night.
Yeah, they did.
And they got the Florida Panthers coming into town, man. I mean, San Jose has lost three out of the last 4 games. They just lost 5-2 to the Columbus Blue Jackets, who were like 2-9 coming into there, man. The Florida Panthers here, San Jose is minus 155 with an under-over of 5. And when you take a look at the Florida Panthers here, they have lost their last 1, 2, 3 games as well. Huh. I don't think San Jose loses tonight.
I don't either. I don't love it, though.
Not to journey off subject, man, but you see my boy Vladimir Tereshchenko last night come back and win?
Son, we talked about it on the show.
Son, they were down 5-2 in the first to the Blackhawks and came back and won the game. The Blues did. Imagine that.
I can't imagine that.
Imagine if you got the Blackhawks in that situation. Oh, my God. You must be heated today, man. But what else you got as far as the NHL that you're looking at, man? I think the San Jose Sharks get the job done tonight. And another team that I don't think loses back-to-back games at home is the Montreal Canadiens. They have the New York Islanders coming into town, man.
Tough game with the Islanders. Find out if Tavares is playing or not. I don't like that matchup. I'm going to stay away from that as well.
All right, and we got to see if Carey Price is back.
I think my sound just got crazy again, player.
You think so, huh? You good?
Now I'm better. Yep.
Yeah, okay, all right. Sounds good, man. All right, so, there's a lot of games here, man. There's a lot of games. Do you see anything else that's working for you, Dream?
The only thing that I honestly like, guys, on this whole landscape, because I don't like a lot of these matchups. I like to watch these because there's a bunch of question marks out there. Actually, there's 2 that I would take a look at, though. One, I like the Los Angeles Kings. We haven't talked about them too much this season. They've been quietly over there getting their thing done. So I like them tonight. And the other team that I like earlier is I like the Capitals up against the Bruins. Remember I talked to you guys about the Bruins and running out of gas in the third period. And the Washington Capitals, for some reason, seem to gain steam as they go on further in the games. It's like they're fresh in the third period. So you might want to look at the Caps tonight, and you might want to look at the LA Kings late night. That's about it that I like on the hockey landscape. The rest of the stuff looks a little bit controversial. As far as tonight, the only other thing I might say of as note is the over in the Predator Wild game. Could be maybe a nice spot to take a look at, but that's a light lean. I obviously like, first and foremost, I like the Caps and I like the Kings the best.
All right, yeah, you know what? I forgot about this. My boy Marlon did have the Blackhawks last night. You must be heated right now because I know the rest of your ticket looked pretty badass. And Patrick Kane did his thing. Did score a goal. Did score a goal. Did have a couple of shots on goal, and I believe he had an assist as well. So, fantasy guys, man, hey, the hockey has been on point, man, and we're looking forward to we're going to get Dan Strafford on the show tomorrow to talk a little more fantasy, Dream.
Oh!
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty exciting, and I think I'm with you with the LA Kings, and I am definitely feeling the San Jose Sharks. And we got to take a look and see if Carey Price is playing in goal for the Montreal Canadiens, guys. So that's pretty much it, Dream.
Oh.
We had to go a little bit over because we had these technical difficulties in the beginning, but I think we're pretty good now.
Got it together. Yeah, guys, I should be a little bit around today. I know I got to get winning picks is out there. I've been meaning to give you a call. I know you want to talk to me about some stuff, and trust me, it's heavy juggling everything, but I haven't forgotten you, play. I do want to get back at you. Philly picks, I know you hit me up with a couple of DMs, and I'm sorry I haven't hollered at you either. I will get back to you, and no, I'm not avoiding anybody or by any chance. It's just, I get busy. I got stuff going on behind the scenes in my own life too as well. But I haven't forgot about any of you guys, and I'll definitely get back to you guys as soon as I get a couple of minutes free.
All right, sounds good, guys. So you have a lot of stuff to mess with, man. You got college football tonight. You got 6 games. You've got NHL. There's a plethora of games in the NHL and the NBA as well. And you got the Thursday night football game tonight as far as Cleveland and Cincinnati, man. So big night of sports, Dream.
Don't forget to get out there. You can do those multi-sport money line parlays. They're somewhat attractive. If you guys, get out there and look at that, you can get, you could get the Kings. You can get
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State, if you want. I would stay away from Mississippi State personally.
I don't know if I agree with you, but we'll go for it.
I know. I'll stay away from that Mississippi State game. But you're probably right. Just Missouri's defense is just so pesky.
It's a home team dog on prime time, so that's one thing that would make me a little.
There you go. Now you got to take Missouri, bro. No need to even do any homework on that.
Jason Riley's telling me that Condon is in goal for the Habs tonight. Wow, you know that already at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty impressive, man. I know that he did give up a goal the other day that kind of pissed me off, man, at the end of the game. But, hey, it is what it is, man. And we'll see if they can beat up on the Islanders today. He gave up goal to the Ottawa Senators. I still can't believe they lost to the Ottawa Senators in their building. But so that's pretty much it, Dre.
Got Cincinnati, L.A. Kings, and then what was the other one? Was it Winnipeg, I think?
Winnipeg. No.
Not Winnipeg. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'm sorry. Oh, Washington Caps. I'm sorry.
Washington Caps.
Cincinnati, Washington Caps, and L.A. Kings. That's kind of attractive. Kind of attractive.
Probably pays crazy.
Kind of attractive. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody that's retweeted the show out there this morning. I want to thank everybody that's listened to us. Once again, we got my man Shy Picks out there, wishing him very well with his mom. Hope everything's going good. Thoughts and prayers out to him. Vegas Girl 92661, wishing you very well. Thoughts and prayers out to you as well. Terrence Mack is out there. Strategic Investments is out there. Jason Satterley, Long Wu, A.B. Lant, Christos, the Canadian Capper, Key MBU, Jay Snyder, James N. Thompson is out there. Thierry Richard is out there as well. Sir Mata, good morning to you, sir. Joseph Del Rosario, It Be Easy. Crowd Man Swag has made an appearance. Haven't seen you in a minute, player. How are you? Caveman is out there. Lewis Carter, MG86, Benjamin Rose, C. Rodriguez Jr., my boy Irv. We got Jeff Ryan out there, JDH24. We got Pete Perez out there, my man Jay Cass, Super Sports Locks out there as well. BT, OJFB is out there, and the incredible Marley Marr. What's going on, Marlon? We got Ciroc King, Jay Holiday, Jason Riley, and R. Loop. Guys, tomorrow, Freaky Friday is in the house.
Yes, very much looking very much forward to that, as well as rocking the mic with you and talking to Mr. Dan Strafford as well. Talking a little fantasy sports as far as NBA, NHL, and football as well, Dream. So
no doubt. And Blake Moore, I see you out there with Missouri lost to Vandy, and I hear you, player, but I don't got to take Mississippi State. I could just leave them alone. I'm good. There's other things I like a lot better. It's not that I don't like them, but there's other things to me that are more attractive and a little bit easier. So I'm going to go in that direction. Guys, as always, I am the Dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, we are the biggest show in the world, the SBTVNation.com. Looking very much forward to bringing this show onto the video as far as YouTube is concerned. Looking very much forward to kicking off our website and getting everybody on there, putting their plays on and seeing what everybody is made of out there. We love you to death. Go out there, go easy, do your own homework, take your own plays, make all your dreams a damn reality, and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.